my name is Ron. I'm a professional driving school instructor at Benz Driving Academy, and I'm going to take you through a session on how to change a flat tire. Right, before you drive a car, make sure you have a spare tire, so that in case you have a flat or you get a flat, you have something to change so that you don't get stuck on the road. So the spare tire is kept right here. I'll get the parts out. I'll start with this, put it down. I'll get the jack here and lay it down where I can easily access it. And then I try to get the tire out. If it can't get out, give it a few hits to make sure it's loosened up. All right, and this is a spare tire. Make sure it's fully inflated before you can put it on. All right, make sure you jack the wheel on the opposite side of the spare tire. Make sure you lay the spare tire on the side. Make sure it's not on the road because vehicles will keep passing. Now I'm going to remove the hubcap here. It's plastic, so all you have to do is use the wrench here. You have to do it softly and carefully, and then you also lay it on the side. And now you are ready to remove the the nuts. All right, this is a jack here, and when you do it clockwise, all right, when you do it clockwise, you raise the jack up, and when you do anti-clockwise, you lower it. All right, so since we want to raise it up, we are going to do clockwise. You can start with your hands before you put it down there. All right, so right now I'm turning it clockwise so that I can raise it up before I can put it down. Okay, the other important thing you want to make sure you do is find an actual frame with a metal. If you're not sure, you can check on the owner's manual. All right, make sure you check. You want to put the jack on an actual metal frame. So the jack is now in position, but not fully tightened. It's just in position right under the metal. And now I'm going to loosen up my lug nuts before I can raise up the jack. To loosen the jack nuts, I have to turn anti-clockwise. All right, anti-clockwise. I'm going to try to loosen them. I'll start with the one down here, and I'll do it. And try to raise it up. And to raise it up, I need to turn clockwise, raise it up, and then anti-clockwise lower it. All right, so you have to make sure you put it inside here. All right, this is a common jack in most older cars. All right, now I'm turning clockwise. All right, it's you have to be patient because it takes a long time. All right, okay. Now that the tire is slightly raised, so remember we already loosened the lug nuts. I'm going to remove them completely, and once again I'm going to do, all right, anti-clockwise, okay, until they're all completely out. So remember, you don't want to lose these because you'll have to put back the tire. If you lose them, you may not be able to put the tire back. And now I can take off my tire and put it on the side. All right, remember, avoid putting it in the road. You want to put it on the side, and then you can put the spare tire, all right, what some people would call a donut. All right, so this goes on. So I've aligned the spare tire, and now I'm going to use my hands to tighten, to put on the lug nuts. After aligning, I'm going to put on the lug nuts. So look at this. You have to make sure that this side here goes on the inside. All right, this is going to be on the inside. All right, I'll start with the one down, and this time I'm going to turn clockwise. All right, clockwise. All right, I'll use my hand slightly to put them on, and I'm going to try and use a star pattern to put them on here. So after putting them on using my hands, I'm going to use the wrench here to tighten them a little bit, not too hard because I don't want my jack to fall down. So once again, I'm going to do clockwise, just tighten them, and I'm going to use the star pattern, all right, to tighten my lug nuts just a little bit so they can hold the tire on nicely before I can put my jack down. Okay, so once that is done, I'm going to lower my jack, and this time I'm going to turn anti-clockwise. All right, I'm going to turn anti-clockwise to lower my jack. Okay, I'm lowering it. Remember, you have to be patient. Sometimes it takes time. Okay, all right. Once the tire is on the ground, all right, my jack is all the way down here. Okay, now I can tighten. I can tighten my lug nuts, and I'm going to use a star pattern. I'll start from down here. All right, and remember, I'm turning clockwise. Make sure they are tight. Okay, all right. From down here, I'll come up here. All right, and then after that, I'll come back down here. I'm using a star pattern. All right. Okay, now that my spare tire is replaced, I can use my hands to turn the jack completely anti-clockwise and pull it out and take it back. Now that the spare tire is replaced, all right, make sure that you do not exceed highway speed limit, and you can take the tire that was previously on for fixing, and you're good to go. This is how you don't get stuck on the road.